Hey you guys, Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more of RimWorld, back with some more of Dweeb, our little 15-year-old Mechanator, and now, of course, introducing RimWorld Odyssey. This is the first episode that I have recorded since Odyssey came out, and we're going to roll Dweeb and the gang right into Odyssey here. We had a long monologue about what to do with Dweeb, and more than a few people said, Spaceship Captain Dweeb is awesome. Not those specific words, although that would have been pretty cool. That's what I said when you guys were like, no, you gotta keep Dweeb. Dweeb in space. That just sings to me. So we are gonna keep Dweeb rolling along here. Odyssey will kick off momentarily. I've got a very good idea of what's going to happen very shortly when we turn this on, now that the new DLC is added. So the biggest thing we've got, of course, going on right now is Smog, who's going to die soon unless we get him some tea. Slam it into pause mode. Odyssey just happened. So the Mechanoid signal. We've detected a signal from a Mechanoid ship in orbit. It's malfunctioned and it's losing altitude and probably attitude at that point as well. If we falsely respond to it, it's going to crash here and we'll get a grav engine, which is the core of the spaceship. We can't do any flying around until we get a grav engine, so we are definitely going to accept this. I know there's going to be no danger. Nothing particularly awful is going to happen, except something is going to crash very, very soon. Hopefully locally. Fairly locally. Okay, slam it into pause mode again. It just landed on a bunch of boomalopes. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, so there's my grav engine. Core of the spaceship. Not going anywhere until we've got this. Well, good news. Now we've got it. Also landed with a bunch of gravlite panels. That's going to be what we construct spaceships out of. Actually, at this point in time, it won't be so much a spaceship. It'll be a little bit more of a glorified airplane, but it will go places, and we're very, very excited about that. Also landed with a bunch of dead mechs, so no reason we can't take these guys apart too. So get all of that. Get this dead mech here. Yep, dead pikeman. And then all of these bits, the Mechanoid ship chunks, we can deconstruct those. Those are going to have more gravlite panels and some other goodies. Let's make sure, actually pan out. Let's make sure we've got all of these allowed. Thank you very much. Yeah, that boomalope died from the bit of the explosion here, the landing. The thing is that boomalope going to go boom? Because that might destroy some of my gravlite panels, and those are very, very finite at this point in time. It's going to be a very long time before we can make our own. So, please, and also don't blow up my engine. Okay, this is slightly unexpected. I didn't expect it to land on a boomalope and start a fire. So, team, gang, we're gonna, this is not what I expected. We're gonna temporarily put this into the home zone, like this. And now there's a fire. Yep, there sure is. Hey, could everyone get up and put out the fire, please? So everybody, wicked quickly put out the fire. Because those are really valuable to me, and let's not have them blow up. Chella, if you can kind of get over here and put out the fire. Thanks, kid. Yep, putting out the fire. There we go. Putting out the fire with gasoline. Sorry, the Bowie references just don't stop around here. Don't actually do that, Chella. Don't put out the fire with gasoline, or really chem fuel in this scenario. Beta's coming in. Yeah, boy, I'd love it if you got that fire out. Because that is really... I don't know if these things can burn. I actually have no idea. I'm going to assume they can. All right, everything is... Okay, we're good. We're good. All right, Doug's taking a nap. It was very exhausting. I know, it was a very dramatic opening there, Doug. But we've got it dealt with. Don't worry, Doug. You and your cowboy hat are safe. And we're already rolling these things in. Great, that will be some more goodies right there. Do I have... Well, I don't even have a machining table. So it's completely irrelevant if I can deconstruct the mechanoids, because I don't have a machining table to do that. We've got some research we're going to have to think about. So look at research. We're doing prosthetics right now. Geez, we're almost done with it. I'd love to flip over into biofuel refining, because we're going to need so much chem fuel. And also, when we do eventually go look at the grav engine there, basic grav tech. But geez, they're almost done with prosthetics. And I'm pretty sure somebody needs an arm or a leg around here. Food is looking, well, terrible for prepared meals. But when we went on that kill trip, we did get a lot of meat. So who's on numero... Yeah, what? Major break risk. I'll deal. That's like Tuesday in my world. It's actually Monday, but Tuesday in my world. I mean, it's like Monday today as I'm recording this. It's Tuesday in my world. So we say that like, that's just a normal day in my life. It's Tuesday. But it's not really Tuesday. I want to stress that. If you're sitting at home going, it's Tuesday in Dave's world, for the people who are tracking the little internet breadcrumbs that I leave out far more than I should, and then one or two viewers may have actually found my street address. We're not going to talk about that, but it's not really Tuesday. It's actually Monday in my world. Monday is when I do the bulk of my recording. So who's on number one? It's Dweeb. Of course it's Dweeb. Why wouldn't it be Dweeb? Dweeb does everything around here. Dweeb's also an excellent cook. So if we can get some meals made, that would be great. All right. The psychoid is happening down here. We are growing psychoid eventually. There we go. All right. So the little tiny hydroponics thing that we've got put together here. I know professional RimWorld players are looking at this going, that's the stupidest hydroponics thing I've ever seen. You're right, it is. This is a temporary hydroponics thing merely to get some Psych IT into Smog before he dies. That is the only goal of this. Stop flashing at me. I'll look at the grab engine when I feel like it. Don't fuss with me. Mitsuya, how are we doing with you these days? Just while I happen to be looking right at you. So we're still recruiting you. Resistance is 7.0. Not too bad. Not too shabby. And the boomlope's coming in. Great, that'll be some additional meat. It wouldn't be the dumbest idea to put a couple more hydroponics here and grow some food. It's the middle of winter. Well, it's almost the end of winter. Wouldn't be the dumbest idea. Sherman, that is a very large mech to be carried by a very, very tiny person. Even with the bowler hat, which just looks amazing on you. I love everything you're doing with that kid. Let me just get people up and sort of, awake and whatnot, and fed and watered and that kind of thing. There's no actual water in RimWorld. Well, not that for human consumption. We can fish now, though. So, research, I think it's way back here, should be somewhere in here, fishing. I can't immediately put my eyes on it, but somewhere in here is fishing. And we can learn how to fit. Where is fishing? Where is fishing? So I've played. Oh, that's right in front of my face. It's right there, fishing. I've had about, I'm going to say, 3 days to mess around with Odyssey. So we've been doing the live stream on the weekends. Some of you guys check that out. Please do if you don't. It's a lot of fun. It's insanity. It's chaos. It's a very clear ride on the Dave train. But I've also been able to play it in my own time and just kind of mess around with some of the smaller features, not just so much the spaceship, but the smaller features. We could go fishing now. I don't actually think we've got any water here on this map. We've got some water over here. And if we just kind of keep our eyes on it, we might see a fish emerge and then leave. I'm not seeing that right now, so maybe that's not fishable water. Oh, good. Prosthetics is done. Fantastic. Hold that thought. So everyone's kind of up and about now. Claude, you're smart, right? You like doing things. Aren't you my smart one? Yeah, you're my wicked smart one. Could you just go check out... Where did it just go? Could you go check out the grab engine, please? Just go inspect the grab engine. And anyone else who's not doing anything, Beta, you're just standing. You're just... Really? You're just standing. That's it. Just standing still in a burqa. Just doing nothing but standing. Also, go get all of the silver while we're here. So, Beta, you're doing literally nothing but standing. Go. Oh, no spot to haul it. Okay, I can fix that. So, wow, this room is a hot mess. I hate this room. I really hate that room. That's the worst room I've ever created in RimWorld since I started playing. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But it's going to have to do, unfortunately. I say that. I don't actually have a lot of room here. Let's expand the zone to there. Where else could I theoretically put some of these things? Do these... Okay, the grab light panels. Do these things deteriorate outside? Are you... No. Okay, so no outside, unroofed, whatever. Okay, so I could throw these outside for right now. So let's... Where am I going to put them outside? I don't even know where outside... I got no... This base is awful. This is... So, we're doing the Sanguiphage run, and then we're doing this Mechanator run. I could absolutely see Dweeb just leaving this place. This colony has never really come together for Dweeb and the gang here. Beta, Lumpy, all you guys. I haven't put a lot of effort into this so far. I would be okay if we just took off and lived somewhere else at this point. So, okay, let's do a zone, I'm not really sure, kind of like this and like that. Maybe a little bit like that and that. Yeah, and this is going to be just, I guess, grav things. So grav-like panels is what I really want. Put that there, and then if you find any of these other things, you can totally put those there. Don't put the grav core there. Yeah, don't do that. And let's make this critical. I don't think they would put them anywhere else anyway, but just make sure. And then here, I want the... No, not panels. I want the grav core. Yeah, put the grav core there and make that... Well, it doesn't have to really be critical. It's the only place they're going to put it. So, all right. Now, back to plan A, which is anyone who's not doing anything, Beta, I'm looking in your direction. Beta, can you start hauling this stuff, please? Clot, what are you doing? Oh, you're actually inspecting the grav engine. Doug's cooking. Doug, is that a good idea? No. I mean, I have you on cooking because I need anyone to be doing anything. Why don't you not do that and Dweeb can get on that instead? Dweeb, what are you doing? What is your problem right now? You're consuming a simple meal. After you do that, could you maybe cook a simple meal? Lumpy, you are playing horseshoes. Yeah, no, that's a terrible idea. Why don't you haul these? And I think Chella's already on #1 hauling anyway. So and the bots will do it too. Yeah, the bots will work on this. Looks like did we already start deconstructing some of these? No. And we've got another Mechanoid over here we could do. Yes, there we go. So we've got the crashed Mechanoid platform. We've looked at it. We've said, well, that's a spaceship engine. That's what that is right there. What you got there, Chief? You got a spaceship engine. You got one of them grav things there. All right? The transmission's kicked, but we'll fix that. We can work on that. It's not really. It's actually in perfectly good condition. So we've got our basic research that we can do. So let's just go right to research and get to basic grav tech, and that'll unlock some stuff there. We can do some stuff there. Specifically put an actual spaceship together. Lippy's over here. Lippicog's over here just kind of putting this all together, or rather deconstructing this all together. Yeah, there we go. Some more grav-light panels. So we definitely want to get all of those pieces deconstructed. And actually, while I'm just looking literally right at it, get that heel root. So yeah, we got one more to deconstruct there. And then what we want to do, let's uninstall this. And Chella, could you just go... You're digging. Could you just go grab that? Oh, you never do you don't do oh, that's a constructing task, right? I thought it was a hauling task. Nope, the bot's not going to do it. Doug, could you go do that? So, in my own little private run that I've been doing my own time, no, Doug, if you could actually haul it. There's a reason for this, Doug. It's why I'm telling this story. It's why I'm doing this little monologue. So the first run that I did in my own time over the weekend, again, recording this on a Monday and kind of had time to play Saturday and Sunday night, we had a raid. And I left this thing outside. I'm like, I'll get it when I get it. The raid came by, looked at that and said, ooh, that's yummy, and walked right off with it. Done. No ability to build a spaceship anymore. They just, stole it. They're like, yeah, you know what? We're not even actually going to bother raiding you. We're just going to steal your insanely important grav thing and walk off with it. And we couldn't get anywhere near them, and they just walked off. So, Doug, this is super valuable. Could we get that inside, right now? Right now. That would be great. So 267 grav-light panels right now, and more to come. Definitely more to come here. You're hauling the Mechanoid. Neat. Why am I not deconstructing thingamajiggies? Because I have machining. Did I look right at my machining table and gloss right over it? No, I've just never put it up. That seems silly. Could we put that up, literally? How about in the bot room? Could probably... I can't really squeeze it in there. Wow, we're having a lot of power problems lately, and that means the psychoid is not growing. That's the problem with that. The psychoid is not growing quickly, and Smog, how much longer do you actually have left? You're in a coma now, and what else have we got? So, 38 days ago. Okay, so 60 days, so in 22 days you're going to die. 22 days you are dead. We're growing psychoid as fast as we humanly can, but... And we're having a bit of a power issue. It's as windy as it's going to be. We've done the Mechanoid relay. So there's more. We could go get more. So the grav core is powering a relay that's part of a huge Mechanoid communication net. I can disassemble that. It'll take a long time, but we'll be able to get more grav cores and grav light panels. That's going to be a long way off. That's going to be a super long way off. So we're just going to click out of that. We're not going to sweat that right now. Grav light panels coming in. My thingamajiggies here. You know what? That's fine. It doesn't decompose, so if you want to put it there, that's totally cool. Lippy, what you doing playing horseshoes? Hey, how about you didn't? How about you go get some more panels? All right, and Chella, why don't you grab some more panels as well? That should be, well, I say almost all of them. We got a big chunk of them down here. Hey, Sherman, you're digging at silver ore. Neat, kid. Could you go get the Gravlite panels? They're actually more valuable than silver at this point in time. All right, the next thing I'm going to need, I know there's a medical emergency. The next thing I'm going to need is more steel than I have ever needed before. And unfortunately, right now I have, oh, that's bioferrite. How much steel do I have? 92. That is so not enough steel. All right, whatever you people are doing is wrong, and I need you to do different things. I need a really big chunk of steel to be happening anywhere. Okay, great bunch of components. Loving that. That's super. Need steel. Like any of it. Okay, big chunk up here. Good, they're working on that eventually. Everyone's getting food poisoning. Yeah, that's because probably Doug's doing the cooking. Doug, why don't we back you off of cooking? Yeah, you're kind of number one on that, aren't you? All right, just be like 3 on that. I have no good cooks. None. Nobody can cook around here. Okay, if I did want to build a spaceship, which I do, where do I think that might happen? There's more steel coming down here. Where do I think we're going to put that together? Maybe over here? My only concern is raids. If a raid comes along, are they going to be like, hey, let's destroy your spaceship? And then I'm like wicked sad. Because these materials, I can't say that enough times, these are extremely finite right now. So, wow, Kloss just ripping through basic GravTech. Good job here. What is that? 1 piece of heavy fur. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, cool. If a bulk goods trader wanted to come by, I've got a lot of money I could spend on steel. I'm perfectly happy to buy some steel. Let's get, I need to get this machining table. All right, it's going to have to go in here. This is awful. Maybe I reconvert this into more of a production area. You know what? I think, forget demons right now. We got spaceships. All right, I can't be working on demons right now. We're going to deconstruct a lot of this and just reconfigure this into more of a production kind of room. So do all of that, and you can take out that bit like that. And then we're going to redo all of this. Where did I put power in here? Nowhere at all. Well, that's handy. Let's change that idea. Do a power conduit here, and then all the way along here. And then do a hidden one in here, like that. And then I have more power I don't really have at this point. Yeah, we're dying on power. Basic GravTech is done. Cool. Chem fuel. I am going to need biofuel refining. I wonder if it might be an idea to just slam out solar panels right now. Because I've got a lot of components. Yeah, do that. Do solar panels. It'll just get me some sort of temporary power that won't rely on a fuel like wood. I'm not crazy about solar panels because they only work for 50% of the game. That seems woeful. How did you get that out of there? That is extremely clever. Well done, team. Wow, Lumpy. Just tearing this apart. Good job, man. Lumpy, what is your construction skill? 5. Wow. You're tearing through that pretty quick for a 5, kid. Pretty impressive. Colonists need rescue. Who? Beta? Oh, is that the food poisoning? Yeah, sorry, Doug was cooking. Sorry about that, kid. Clot, could you just go get Beta, please? You're pretty local. Oh, Lipicog's already on it. Yeah, Lipicog's already going to handle that. That's fine. Good job, team. Whatever. What do I think I could put down for any kind of flooring in here? I've got some granite, and I've got some marble. Not much else. No real wood. No real... Wow, we don't just have... I've really decimated the local ecosystem. Let's just get some trees chopped down. I mean, if I'm getting into biofuel, I'm going to need a lot of trees chopped down anywhere. Where is the Agribot lift? He's unrestricted. Okay. Doesn't really have a gender. It could be a he or a she, or a neither, or a both, or something in between. But the non-gendered Agrihand can go anywhere it wants to go, which is cool. Steel. Good. Steel. Exactly. Hey, Chella, how's your mining these days? You getting oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. But you're working on it, kid. I mean, you're 7. How good are you going to be as a... Well, actually, child miners are probably pretty good. They have small hands. They can get all those little crevices. This is... my power is just flickering on and off and on and off. Oh dear, I know this one's going out because it's nighttime, but we should probably put a light of some. Yeah, that's a great idea, Dave. Why don't you get more things that suck power? That's a super idea. You are so smart sometimes. So your complaint right now is power. So your answer is get more things that consume power. Wow. This level of genius is painful. I need them to finish this, and then I'm going to really rework everything that's happening here. I might keep this as sort of actually a tailoring area or a research area. Yeah, because then I'm going to say down the road, I don't need this column either. That's space that we're taking up with something we don't need. Down the road, if we stay here, I could turn this into an actual laboratory, which will have benefits to research. You could do the nice tiles and make sure there's only like researchy stuff in there, and then everyone will, it'll maybe get a lab coat for somebody. It'll be fantastic. Everybody loves a good lab coat. I know I do. It's got the pockets. You see, it's got those deep pockets. I'm convinced that's why they wear them. It's not so much because you want to look official. Maybe you do. I don't know. Maybe you're going through your laboratory going, I need people to understand that I am in charge of this laboratory. Therefore, I'm going to wear an awkward white coat. Not really suitable for outdoor wear. Like when you think a coat, you know, I'm thinking something where it's cold out. I want to wear a coat. Lab coat, not good for that. But it's got those pockets. It's all about the pockets. You can put so many things in there. You can put, I don't know, like a microscope or a computer or something in your pockets and a stethoscope. Just all the sorts of things to prove that you are really, really smart. That's really what the lab coat says. It's a status symbol. It's not a coat. It's just something that says, I am so much smarter than you. And I have the coat to prove it. Thank you very much. I'm going to start moving. Yeah, I know. Everyone's breaking down. We're working on it. Who needs medical treatment? Oh, Doug's down. Doug, why are you down? Oh, you have asthma. Yeah. I will, we'll try to work on some new lungs for you. But while I'm thinking about new lungs, you still don't have the machining table up, Dave. While we're thinking about lungs, let's think about putting up the machining table so I could theoretically make a prosthetic. Because I know somebody up here needs an arm or a leg or something along those lines. So let's put a machining table here. And let's put one of the good lights next to it so a standing lamp could go right there. We'll slam a chair down in there. I know you think I don't have wood, but I will. It's on the map. The Agrahand will deal with it at some point. The Agrahand actually doesn't have a lot going on right now. Yeah, it's already chopped down most of those trees, and it's working on more right now. So the wood exists. Wood's happening. And then let's also move the tailoring table over here. It could go right here. Actually, you know, just for saying it, why don't we put in another lamp over here? More light, faster they work. And then I'll move the chair over as well. Not the bioferrite, the chair. Put that over here. Okay. This is going to be so much better. I'm already happier with this. Demons. Don't need them. Not my problem. What else have I got over here? That's about it. So just those two things. And then when they've got this done, we'll start to create a zone out of that. And they can start moving everything over here. Bots are charging up. How is my... Are you on? Oh, it's your rest. Oh, now you're on. Okay, it was your resting period. So, how are we doing on the psychoid? It's not coming up very quick, and Smog only has like 20 days left of life. I just need like 1 cup of psychite tea. That's it. And that'll keep him going, well, a minimum of 30 days until he goes into a coma again. And in 30 days, I can produce a lot of psychite. I can make that happen. I wonder, actually, it might be worth making a couple more of these bays. We'll think about that. Right, next, I could just put some flooring down in there, just for having it look slightly prettier. But again, how long do you think you're going to be here, Dave? Do we maybe want to start to get a spaceship going already? I think the answer is kind of a loose yes. If I was going to put it anywhere, I'll put it over here. Because if I do have to defend it, this will be easier to defend. I can do a wall there, and a wall there, and a wall there, and then anyone else will be forced to come this way, which will be, you know, not right next to my spaceship. I can totally see that happening. A raid just pops by and goes, you know what, never mind with the raiding thing, let's just smash his spaceship. Because they do go right for my wind turbines. So they're all into destroying my stuff. They don't like my stuff at all. Wow, we need power. Okay, we're about halfway through those solar panels. That's not too bad. Maybe another battery or two might be a decent idea. I think somebody had said that in comments, and it's not a terrible idea. What if we did a... I mean, I don't have the power for it, but what if we theoretically did another battery down here and then drew some power like that? And then when the solar panels get up, we can kind of store that power during the day. This is flickering on and off, but at least let's set up the bill to shred the mechanoids and just do it forever. If you've got a mechanoid, shred it. Now, who needed what? So, Dweeb, I think you're fine. I mean, you're not, but you're fine. You are high. You're also high. Clot is basically fine. Doug, I can't do anything with your lungs right now, kid. Who needed an arm? Oh, right, it was Chella. Yeah, the kid had lost an arm and an ear. I said you lost an ear. An ear. I'm going to get you an arm. No, an arm. I'll write it down. So, left arm. We need a left arm for the kid. We should have everything we need for that. Sherman's in a daze. What are you sad about, kid? You're like 7. So, an arm we could make. What is your problem? You're 12 years old. You have a gunshot. How many 12-year-olds haven't been shot? Just suck it up, kid. I'm trying to get some work done around here. Okay, first things first. Did we get all of our grav-light panels? No, there is still some kicking around down here. Who's not busy? Clot's always busy. Beta, you're feeding Smog. Yeah, Smog's just sucking up food. Lumpy, you're digging steel, which is great. I dig steel too. It's a real groovy thing. But could you go get those last few grav-light panels? How many do I have right now? 341. Neat. It's going to take 1 grav-light panel per panel, and then some steel. I believe it's 4 steel, 1 grav-light panel per, section of the ship, per tile of the ship. I'd like to get these out of the way. In fact, can we deconstruct all of those, please? Just deconstruct everything, and then also, like, anything that's in the... What is it, that slag chunk? Yeah, just deconstruct all of this. Is that the only thing that can be deconstructed? Okay, so everything else, just haul it. Just put it somewhere other than where it is right now. I think we've got an area set up here for chunks, right? Yeah, chunks has its own spot. Neat. And that'll free up some area where I can make the beginnings of a spaceship, basically. Oh, somebody go get that bow. It's terrible, but go get it anyway. And we're working on the leg. See? I told you, kid. I said we're working on the leg. The leg. Can I make a prosthetic ear? I kind of forget if I can or not. I can make a cochlear implant. Oh, yeah, get one of those. I'm going to hook this kid up. This kid's going to love everything that's happening to him. Him, her, I don't know. Largely irrelevant. And how much wood did we... Wow, okay, that's plenty of wood. We got plenty of wood right now. So let's get... It's very cold in here. I'd like to say put a heater in there, but we're going to be almost done with solar panels, so I probably can afford the temperature. So put that there, and then let's just get a basic floor of literally anything but steel. So do it out of wood. I can chop down more trees. Trees can happen at any point, just to make it look a little bit nicer. And you know what? Let's give these guys a treat. Let's just put that in there too. All right, so we'll have the solar panels up. Their battery is charging. We have some power coming in here. Mitsuya, how are we doing on you, kid? How are you? 3.2. All right, somebody's doing some work over there. It's spring. It's still wicked cold out, though. But just in case it isn't at some point, I'm going to turn sewing back on. And how's food looking? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. 11 meals. 10 meals. Thanks, Lipicog. All right, slow it down a little bit there. We have no food. What's going on? There's a turkey we could kill right there. Any new animals, by the way? We've got, 40 new animals that just came in with Odyssey? Nothing new here, though. 1 turkey. Probably going to need to send out a kill squad again, aren't I? This time, let's not send Dweeb out. That was a terrible idea. Maybe send the Militors out, who are literally designed to kill. And we don't really care very much if they are destroyed, because we can just make another one. Where are these alleged muffalos? Down here and sound asleep. Well, that's very unfortunate for you. I think we might have to do that. Although, if I send the Militors, I kind of have to send Dweeb, because he has to be in range. So we've done solar panels. Great. Get into biofuel refining, and let's set up some solar panels more than anything. Maybe not over here, because that's going to kind of interfere with what I want to do. Where might I have power lines around here? Over here. Yeah, that looks good. Put a couple of solar panels here and here. That's off-center, and that's going to make me nuts. So, nope. 1, there and one there. Much better. See how the lines are even? You knew you weren't going to live with that. I would have got comments saying, Dave, your solar panels are off-center. If I hadn't seen that, you guys are lucky I saw that. I've saved you from commenting, hey, Dave, your solar panels are off-center. The lines aren't even. So, you're welcome. Okay, next. Where... Did we make the leg? We probably already made the leg, didn't we? You got a leg in here for me, guys? I know I can search for it. I just want to see if I can, off the top of my head, just see it real quick. No, I do not see it real quick. Oh, no, we're still... Okay, Beta's got it. We're still working on it. Yeah, the prosthetic arm. It was a... Sorry, arm, leg. It was an arm, right, kid? Yeah, it was an arm. Yeah, an arm. Yeah, you know what? I'm making you a cochlear implant. It's going to be lovely. So let's do a new stockpile zone to be all of this, like that. And then, just the zone, please. In here, we want no food, nothing rotten. Apart from that, you're pretty good. You're pretty good. What's in plants? Trees, Drago tree, I read that as Grav pine tree, a gray pine tree, a rat palm tree. Neat. Can only grow on polluted terrain and doesn't yield much wood. What's a snagroot tree? Adapted to living in toxic scarlands. When harvested, it'll yield a meager amount of food. Speaking of the toxic scarlands and the new biomes, are you guys gonna be okay if I leave you alone for a few minutes? I want to go look at the world map. I want to see what's in the area because we got a lot of new stuff to deal with. So you guys just kind of take care of yourselves there. All right, what do we have in the area here? So what's going on over there? We have Boreal Forest. Okay, not quite as exciting as I want it to be. Let's make it more exciting. Let's turn on the landmarks. There we go. Now it's more exciting. What's close to home? What is this landmark here? Nope. Click on that. The thickest launch site. Ancient launch site. An abandoned collection of launch pads used to deliver supplies. It contains working transportation pods. So we can just go there. Eventually. I mean, I could go there right now. I could set up a caravan and go there. It's not like we couldn't go here before. But with a spaceship, we're going to go much faster, and it'll be so much cooler. We've got a lake over here. The Good Hornet Loch. You really can't say loch. It's got to be loch. We've got lava caves. Lava caves are fun. Caves full of lava. Everyone likes a good cave full of lava. The Round Shrew Rampart is over here. What's down here? We've got the Monarbo Cove. In the Delta Bay. With a delta and a bay. That sounds like a vacation resort. That sounds like somewhere you'd want to go. Monarbo Cove. Near the delta. The Harshleg Circle. Coastal atoll and wet climate. Okay. The Senior Chasm. And a ravine. There's all sorts of stuff around here. Just for having fun. What's going on over here? That's nothing at all. This is cliffs. Alright. And we've got a gully. And we've got, slate and limestone. More importantly, talk to me about biomes, because that looks harsh. What do we got going on over here? That's the Boreal Forest again. How about over here? More Boreal Forest. A cold bog. Neat. That's fun. Another cold bog. Cold bog's a go-go over there. No lava fields or anything close by. No, that would be way too easy. I should have set myself over here, because then I could have done some fishing if I'd known fishing was going to be a thing, which I didn't. Do we have any water? We've got a little bit down there. I think that's shallow water, though. Pretty sure that's shallow. I'm just actually looking at this to see if any fish pop up. That way I'll know if there's fish or not. But this seems less of a pond, more of a puddle, surrounded by mud. How about down here? Any fish in here? Yeah, I've really landed on a terrible... Oh, we've done an arm. Go do the ear, and I'll do both of those at once. No, I'm not immediately seeing any fish in here. And we have to research fishing anyway. It's a very quick research. But we do have to research fishing at some point. Okay, how are we doing on the steel front these days? Also, where do we live? Lumpy, where are you? We're down here. Okay. Where do we think we want to do this? I'm still seeing it here. How much steel do I have right now? 240. I need a lot more than that. A lot more than that. We've got this that we're carving out. What are we so focused on down here? Okay, Chella's working hard. The kid's working hard. I know I keep turning this on and off again, and then off and on again. But how about we actually don't mine the silver? We can get that anytime. Let's really, really focus on the steel, Chella. Really just focus on that steel. I know you're a very tiny child, and you're missing an arm, which is really going to impact your ability to mine. And one-handed mining, that ain't no joke. Okay, we've all been there. You know, early 20s, we've all been there. But I'm going to hook you up, kid. We're going to get you an ear, and then we're going to hopefully put the two of those together. I mean, not together. I'm not going to put the ear on your arm. Although, you know, it'd be handy. I mean, do you need an ear on the top of your head? Could it be on your arm? Could it just be on your hand? And then when people are speaking to you, you can just shove your hand in their face. Ideally like a fist. Like some sort of, I don't know, kung fu movie kind of thing. And you say, I am listening to you. Like that. But like really fast, so it imitates the English dubbing of those old kung fu movies. I probably am overthinking the ear thing. How about we just make the ear, and then we'll have an ear. Oh, by the way, don't put any of those in there. Don't put stone blocks. Don't put steel. Don't put uranium in there. All right. The rice plant is rotted? Being unharvested? Did we have harvesting off? No, we should not have had harvesting off on that. That's very silly. Don't tell me things like that. That's ridiculous. Nobody wants to hear that nonsense. And let's go ahead and... This is going to take them a while, but let's delete this zone. And I know it's low medicine because they haven't put it over there yet. And did we not move the chair? Let's move the chair. Oh, I don't need to move the chair. I must have copied the chair. That's fine. Make it go away. I'll find another home for the chair. This can get reinstalled. Damn, this is so much better. I'm already happier with this. And then this chair can get reinstalled over here like this. Okay. So what do I need to work on? We're going to work on the ear for the kid. So I'm not really seeing what, if anything, is stopping me from the beginnings of a spaceship. And someone did tell me in the comments, if I research tree sewing, I can move this tree, and I've completely spaced out on that. I almost never research tree sewing, and because I don't care. I can just go chop down trees. Trees exist. But there are benefits to researching tree sewing, like learning how bonsai trees work and being able to move the happy tree so I don't accidentally cut it down and everyone's wicked sad. Can we get some power, please? Please. Smog is literally dying. I need to get him one simple cup of tea, and he will be fine for the next 30 days-ish. But no, we're yeah, wow. What is the problem? It's just not very windy. It's just not very windy. None of you are obstructed, right? No obstructions, no obstructions. No, you're all good. And there is wood in the wood fire generator. Oh, right, food. Yeah, we're all starving to death. Hang on, sorry, team. I skipped out on that. I was kind of obsessed with literally everything else. So we got to go kill some things. Who's armed? Beta. You have no weapons. Do you not fight? No, you can totally fight. Why are you not armed? Beta, I actually don't know whether there's any weapons at all. Wait, what about that bow that I just said go and get that? That might actually be Beta's. Go equip that. We'll work on the ear for the kid later. You have a charged lance, which is awesome. Doug, you have an Iqua. Less handy against the old Muffalos. Chella, you got an auto pistol. You come up with the shooty team. Sherman's still freaking out. And then everyone else has got their things there. Lumpy's got the rifle. Okay, let me get Beta to get the thing there. Oh, I should put a door over here. Yeah, I should definitely put a door over there. We have no power. Power is just not happening. Doug's out here frantically trying to build a solar panel. Okay, that's cool, Doug. It's just it's going to be dark soon. You know, what with the sun going down and all. But, you know, good job, team. You and the bot over there. All right, Beta, grab that. Thank you. Then you can kind of go back to work for a little bit. Just want Doug to finish out this panel. Okay, there we go. All right, we need to eat, and that means we need to kill. So, team, come down here, and then also the Militors. I'm going to need you guys. Actually, the Militor, excuse me. You are also coming down here. No, where's my Militor? So, come here. Yep, you. Where are you there, kid? Where are you? Oh, you're right here. Yay. You, come down here with the team. I'm pretty sure we'll... Okay, it's out of command range. Can you just, like, follow... Can you follow Dweeb? Is that... Is that a thing I can make you do? Like an animal? Oh, by the way, you can be an unrestricted for right now. So, I don't see a thing here saying follow your master like an animal. But, oh, by the way, while we're going on the kill squad, anything new popping up? Yeah, a bunch of rats and squirrels. I mean, it's not going to stop me from killing them, but we need a lot of meat. We need a lot of food, period. So, let's go ahead and get that going on there. Speed that up a little bit. Yeah, sorry guys, we're coming down to murder you in your face. It's not my ideal, but because it's very dangerous. Where'd my Mechanitor go? Can you not get down here because you're technically out of range? You're out of range, aren't you? Could you go down here? There you go. Come down there with your 15-year-old Mechanator master. And you're going to be the front line kid, by the way. I will oh, Sherman's up and running. Good. Sherman, are you armed? You got a club. And there we go. Okay, Mechanitor up front. And the rest of you guys kind of in a line behind us here. Okay, there we go. Now, slow it down. Slow it down. Okay. Everybody, this is a terrible idea. Everybody, attack that Muffalo. There we go. Okay, Muffalo attacking is happening. I've actually shot quite a bunch of them. Okay, team, move forward. Because they're running away. It may surprise people to know. They're running away. They're not keen on being shot, per se. They'll settle in a bit. This is such a waste of our time more than anything. But everybody attack that one again. And actually, is it bleeding out? Because I might just leave it. It's going to be dead in 14 hours. Let's see if we can shave that number down a little bit. So, a couple more shots in there. Cella, really good effort from your part there, Cella, trying to charge forward. Good job, team. Okay, shoot this one instead. It's right there. Just shoot that one. Okay, good. This is going to take a while. Or they could just all turn on us and try to kill us. Neat. Could we burden that, please? There we go. All right, it's going to move a little bit slower. All right, one down. And that didn't actually seem to trigger the rest of them. So go up here. Are you aggroed? Oh, yeah, you're a manhunter. Never mind, you hate us. Cool. Shoot that thing. And then also burden it. There we go. Mechanitor, you want... Oh, okay, is it dead? It's injured. All right. Mechanitor, why don't you go this way? Because that's, like, way smarter. That one's dead. Neat. Are you coming? Okay, great. Just let them come to us. They're coming anyway. Okay, you're down, if not dead. Do you want to just cut our losses, maybe, and say, we got 3, that's good enough. What's good enough for right now, anyway. Okay, you're all dead. All right, allow all of those. All of you can go off draft. Everybody grab a Muffalo. You're hauling a Muffalo. You're consuming a simple meal. No, haul a Muffalo. Everybody on your way home. Beta, you don't do hauling, do you? Oh, Lumpy's already on that. Never mind. Never mind. Everybody grab a Muffalo on your way home. And it's like a prize. You came out on the hunting trip. And by hunting, I mean murder. And we are going to take a Muffalo home on our way back. It's fun. Everybody gets a Muffalo. Not everybody. That wasn't true. Okay. Back to work. So, wow, this is so much better. Everything about this is so much better. Now, we have no power still. Still with the no power. Do I maybe just want to set up yet another wood-fire generator just to keep us going? Until, well, honestly, either I research geothermal or we just leave. I think I've got to. I have so many things sucking up power. That sun lamp sucks up an inordinate amount of power, and unfortunately, that's the thing I really need. So another wood-fire generator right next to the other one, so when they explode, they'll explode together. It'll be a just huge, ginormous explosion. Medical treatment is whom? Doug. Is that the asthma again? Yeah, you're just going to have to wheeze through it, kid. I got nothing for you, kid. I just do your thing. Why do you not have a bedroom? Probably because I never have enough bedrooms. That's probably the reason. Yeah, actually, we have no bedroom for you, Doug. Sorry. You actually belong to us, too. I do favor the refugees more than my actual colonists. We could put something along those lines together. How about we did something maybe out of marble? Yeah, marble blocks. Let's just get a bedroom going for him. It'll give the team something to do. Let's not go too crazy here, Doug. I mean, you're not that great at things. And that, and then we'll kind of figure it out as we go along. I know we have low food. I'm aware we have low food. We are beginning to grow food again, which is nifty terrific. But this is, yeah, we got no food. I mean, the crux of it is we have no food. Have we gotten all our Gravlite panels? That's an important question. And also, this is another chunk right here. Deconstruct that. There's more Gravlite right there. Looks like we did. Looks like we've got all of our Gravlite except for whatever's going to come out of that little chunk there. So that's all good stuff. And put the Mechanitor back into the home zone, please. I don't want him wandering off too far. Again, non-gender specific, but there we go. And then this will all get moved eventually. Maybe I put a new floor in here or something. We haven't accumulated a lot of steel, but there is a fair bit of steel on the map that we haven't actually gotten to yet. A fair bit, not an ideal amount. Yeah, see, we're using it as fast as we get it. Cargo pods. Could it be full of food or steel, please? Plasteel. You know what? That's not bad. I'll take that. I'll take a bit of plasteel. That'll probably come in handy for spaceship building, I would imagine. And then there's a raid. Of course there is. Of course there is. Okay. Where are they? And more importantly, how many of them? Okay, so you got a spear, you got a spear. They're both melee. As I recall, Neanderthals are crazy tanks. They can just suck damage up like nobody's business. But I think 2 with a spear will be okay with that. I think that's going to be fine. Could somebody just go... Beta, what are you up to? You're feeding Smog. That's probably an okay thing to do. You're eating. Sherman, you're digging at steel. Could you just actually refuel that generator real quick? Because that'll keep the lights on. Quite literally, that'll keep the lights on. There we go. The lights are on. Isn't that fun? It's fun when the lights are on. Everything. This is just a power sink right now. Everything is just being consumed in this. I also should move the, or should recreate the subcore encoder thing. I don't need it right now. I think we've actually still got a couple of extra spare subcores, so we're not going to sweat that right at the moment. The ear is coming along. The cochlear implant is coming along. Oh, they're beginning their assault. Team, the team's here. Team's here, team. So everybody kind of come down here. And then, where's my Mechanitor? Yeah, oh, you're on the charger. Dang it. I can take you off the charger. It's just you're not out of command range. You won't be. Yeah, there we go. Go down there. Dweeb's on his way, I assure you. Dweeb is on his way. Go over here. Okay, slow everything down. Where are they coming from? So one's going that way, one's going this way. Great, we'll take care of this one, and then by the time we've done that, if the other one hasn't... No, Sherman, bad idea. Bad idea. Why don't you just come right back up here? You guys, however, can line up sort of right here-ish, and make sure the Mechanitor goes right up front. Takes the brunt of the damage here. So he's going to come right in here. Just, yeah, there we go. We're firing. We're getting things done. Boy, kind of an awkward position with this piece of stone. Doesn't look like Clot can get a shot in. But could you go... Well, you're out of range. You're not going to be out of range for long, I assure you. Yeah, real awkward position, actually. These two guys can't get a shot in here. So, back... Yeah, there we go. Focus on the Mechanitor. Thank you. Focus on the Mechanitor. Now, where's the other one? The other one's going to go straight for my freaking wind turbines, isn't he? You know that's going to happen. All right, there we go. Headshots. Yeah, these things are crazy tanks. Okay, good. One down. Move. The other one is... Yep, going right for my power. Of course he is. Going right for my power generators. Well, bad news for you. There's no cover here. Although we are going to shoot around the explodey thing, which is less good. There we go. Mechanitor lagging sadly behind. So if we could just shoot this guy like a bunch because the Mechanitor isn't anywhere near us, why don't we burden him real quick? That'll slow him down for a sec. And then okay, never mind. Problem solved. Problem solved. Okay. Everybody back to work, team. And I got a little bit of jade out of that. And, of course, some corpses I'm going to have to deal with. All right, that seems fine. Medical emergency, that's still Smog. We're working on it, kid. Wait, where did my Psychite go? Did we generate some? Did we make Psychite? What? Where? Okay, well, you know what? That's what the search feature is for, Dave. So, PSI something? How the heck do you spell that? Psychoid, right? PSYC? No. Did we just blow it off? Sherman, sorry, you're terrible. Go away. It's not here. Yeah. Where did it go? Did we Did it die? I suppose it could have just rotted or something. That seems very odd. Okay, and Dweeb, can you go repair the Mechanitor, please? It's not in here. I mean, it's pretty obvious what it looks like. It's not in here, it's not in here. Oh, speaking of which, now it's spring. Why don't I get some more of that going? Do we have any rich soil anywhere in the area by any slim chance? Not as such, no. Do something up here. Let's get just a regular old growing zone here-ish, like that. And put some psychoid in there. Thank you. Not sure what to tell you, Smog. We were growing it, and then we weren't. I'm not sure how that all kind of panned out here. Who else, apart from my actual bots, who else is supposed to be on growing things? Nobody, really. Dweeb's not terrible, although he's not good enough to do psychoid. Good enough to do the other stuff, but not psychoid. It's a level of 6, and he's only 5. What are you? Why are you here? No, I don't care about you anymore. I thought I might care about you, but then I didn't. Alright. Hopefully this is going to absolve my power issues. I mean, 2 wood fire generators, 3 wind turbines, 2 solar panels, and my massive power sink down here. Is the aggro hand on the charger? Is that the problem? Yeah, it is. Could you not be? Like, just for asking, could you just, like, not be on the charger? Could you go do literally anything else? Hey, Doug, your bedroom's coming together. I'm going to put some stuff in there for you. Yeah, Doug, I'm not going to go extravagant here. I'm just going to make sure you got the essentials. So you're not wicked sad about sleeping on the floor, which, admittedly, I would be wicked sad about. So, do the end table and the bureau, the dresser, wooden dresser right in there. When that all gets put together, that can be for the Dougmeister. Doug, what you doing? You moving stuff around? Who were you just hearting on? Who are you into? Doug tried to woo Lumpy by comparing her to a wonderful sun. Oh, Lumpy, that's actually quite nice. That's quite poetic. Actually, I mean, you rejected it, but good one, Doug. That's actually very poetic of you. I like what you did there. What do we think we're making? Lots of stuff. Parkas. Okay, great. Now that it's springtime, we'll get into parkas. That makes sense. And who allegedly has tattered apparel? McPherson? I don't know what I got for you, kid. Hang on, there's ambrosia. Your shirt. It's your pants. Do I have any kid pants? I might, actually. Yeah, there you go. There's some kid pants for you. They're regular pants. They're just quite a bit smaller. Hence the kid pants thing. And this will all get moved eventually, and then I can do something nicer in here. I don't know what. What are we working on? The biofuel refining? Yeah, no, that's good. Keep doing that. I'm not saying stop doing that. I'm just kind of thinking in advance what my next thing might be. I am going to need the royal stuff. I'm going to need the harp, noble apparel, all that kind of things. Those are relatively quick. And we've done the ear. Okay. So, Cella, I kind of need... Oh, Doug's already figured out his bedroom. That's unfortunate, Doug. I was actually going to turn that into a medical bed, but she kind of jumped right in there, didn't she, Chief? Just kind of jumped right in. I also have no power down here. Oh, good, more power. Power, and then more of that, and then more of that, and then just do hidden conduits in the doorways like that. More steel than I really need to use, but it'll look a little nicer around the place. Okay. So what I got to think about doing next is Cella's arm and ear. I said your ear! And then I want to start building something. I've never been in love with this colony. And with Odyssey, I have the chance to just leave. I mean, I could leave at any point. I'm saying with Odyssey, you have the chance to leave the colony. You can abandon the colony at any point. You can just leave. But it's so much cooler to do it in a spaceship. So I'm just gonna, just to kind of wrap things up, we're just gonna get that concept started. What? Mysterious cargo. Okay. Show me the ambrosia spot. Neat. Drugs. Everybody loves good drugs. So do a growing zone around here. I'm trying to wrap this up, you know, and I missed a few up there. And then don't sew anything in there. Mysterious cargo. Okay. She would like to accept some unspecified cargo. Okay, so something's going to drop. And in exchange, I'll get a healer mech serum, archite capsules, or an orbital power beam targeter. That is very powerful, but it's a one-time use thing. Actually, all of these things are one-time use if you're going to get strictly technical about it. 1 healer mech serum. I guess, yeah, it's silly to not take it. So, okay, all right, hold that thought. Just keep it in pause mode for right now. Hold that thought. I want to wrap up by just at least getting the beginnings of our spaceship put together. So to start anything, I need the grav engine. And we're going to install that kind of right... I want a lot of room to spread out here. So right here. Okay? Somebody will put that together. What is the mysterious cargo? Oh, it's a Revenant spine. Well, that's terrifying. Yeah, that's terrifying. We're never going to use that. Of all the creatures in Anomaly, nothing scares me more than a Revenant. The most bestial, tanky demons. If you shoot them enough, they will go down. But a Revenant, invisible, takes down your colonists basically one shot, puts them into a and then hides. No, I've got no time for Revenants. You know what we're actually going to do is we're going to destroy this. Okay, I don't care who does it. Just destroy it. We could theoretically capture it. The problem with that is it will generate another Revenant. And we're not having that. A beta. Just do that. Just smash that thing to pieces. Thank you for your cargo or whatever. Ooh, it's more Gravlite. That'll be the thing that we destroyed down there. Hey, Lumpy, what are you up to? You're resting. Before you go to bed, could you just haul that real quick? Again, these are very, very finite. I'd like to know where all of them are at all times. McPherson, what are you doing? You're sky dreaming. Oh, good for you, kid. That's fun. I just want to think. The thought of a Revenant on the map fills me with terror. Okay, so that's done. That's destroyed. I don't know if that's what I was supposed to do with the cargo, but that's what I'm doing. Apparently, it met the requirement. So there's my healer mech serum. Okay. And that is going to deteriorate. So, hey, Sherman, you're in a freezer like most kids. Could you just actually go get that? Yeah, haul that. I could give that to Chella. It'll heal up at least the arm or the ear. Maybe even both. Okay. Let's just wrap that up. Okay. You're thinking too far in advance. We're going to get the beginnings of our spaceship done. But that's probably an excellent place to call it on RimWorld for today. Guys, do please keep the comments coming in. Let me know what you're thinking of this. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this Strictless nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours. And we'll see you next time. Yeah, I know your patience is wearing thin. My patience is wearing thin. I've killed a guy, and you walked in here in that shirt. What kind of umbrella is worth $1,600? Is it woven from unicorn tears? All right, is there an actual fire, or are you just telling me that fire is a thing that exists? Because I'm very familiar with that. Fire loves me, and it wants to be near me at all times. I know you're all saying to yourselves, you know, where on YouTube do I think I could find this? Where do I think I could find this? And you're going to say to yourself, Dave's probably streaming right now.